Ladies and gentlemen, look like New Jersey is 1 week away from legalizing marijuana in the state. And what I like about this bill is they take it to the point where people can get their records expunged, or if folks are behind bars on weed charges, those folks will be released. And I think that's the right thing to do. I think it's insane for states to have legalized marijuana and your cops are still going around arresting people. It just goes to show you how desperate they are to keep people behind bars doing all that prison slave work. But let's get into this article from NewJersey.com. Legal weed for New Jersey takes a huge step forward. We now expect final votes next week. Okay, so New Jersey on Monday took another big step towards legalizing recreational marijuana as two state legislative committees approve a new weed bill, setting up historic votes in the state legislature next week. The committee took hours to vote after lawmakers wrangled over last-minute changes to the measure behind closed doors at the State House in Trenton. So they took a vote, and it came out 6-4, and this is in favor of marijuana. Just after 8 p.m., the State Assembly Appropriation Committee approved it by a 6-2 vote with 2 abstentions about an hour earlier. Lawmakers also approved a separate expungement bill and a medical marijuana expansion bill, which I like. I like the fact that the state is not being hypocritical like many of the other states. The people that have these marijuana charges on them can now get that completely off of their record. That's the right thing to do. The full Senate and Assembly must now pass the measure before Governor Phil Murphy, who is very pro marijuana for the state. In fact, that's what he ran on during his campaign. A major proponent of legal pot can sign it, but the votes to secure legalization remain exclusive. As of Monday afternoon, leaders were still a handful of votes short. What's needed, they'll get the votes because too many people want it. Murphy, who has criticized in recent days for not doing enough to whip votes, ramped up his calls to lawmakers on Monday in an effort to swing some votes. 2 sources with knowledge of the situation told New Jersey Advanced Media. Democratic governor made dozens of calls throughout the day. A senior administration official said Monday's action set the stage for a flurry of other phone calls and discussions over the next several days before the possible final vote, which is planned for March 25th. If the Senate and Assembly fall short that day, it's possible another vote may not be attempted until late in the year. The bill would legalize the possession and personal use of marijuana for people in New Jersey who are at least 21 years old, while also establishing a regulated industry. Trust me, it's going to pass. New Jersey wants all of the money that comes. They make over $1 billion a year off of the marijuana. They're not passing that up. Trust me, they're not. The measure would allow people with low-level marijuana convictions to have those charges cleared from their record, which are a lot of people, Black people here in New Jersey got those kind of charges. And like I said, if these folks ran a good criminal justice system, you wouldn't even be bothering people over such petty things. When you got to worry about petty things, that means you have nothing on that person. Okay. So let me get back to this. Marijuana supporters and opponents milled around the State House all day Monday, awaiting an opportunity to testify on the bills. But they did not get the chance to speak before the Senate committee, which canceled testimony from the public. The Assembly limited testimony to a few minutes per speaker. During the Assembly committee hearing, Gregory Quinlan of the Center for Garden State Families said the bill is wrong for the state and that he was bothered by how Monday unfolded with the backroom conversations and late amendments. How do I testify on a bill that's on the amendment I haven't seen? Quinlan asked the panel. That's disrespectful to us. A handful of the most active cannabis supporters said they were generally happy with the updated legalization bill, which was revealed last week. Now, one thing I do have to say too, New Jersey also have on the table that, minorities or African Americans in the state have to be part of getting and obtaining those businesses. So there's a lot of people that talk inclusive, but they really don't mean it. They really don't want us in that business, and that's why you don't see us in the business. Some states have the wording, in their law, but when you look at who has the businesses, none of us have those businesses, okay? You could probably count on your one hand how many Black people have marijuana businesses in the state. It's a disgrace how many of these people are still trying to shut us out, but use the wording in the law as if that's not what they're doing. But that is absolutely what they're doing. When you see who have these cannabis businesses, we're being shut out. And they're just using legal terms to look like they're not discriminating when they absolutely are. Same stuff we've been seeing all along. Okay, so they're still having testimony over the bill, but many expect the measure to pass and the governor to sign it. And this will go into effect immediately once it's signed. So, and they said if the measure don't pass, then it will come up again in November. So I believe it will pass because there is too many people that's for this. And like I said, the state of New Jersey is not going to pass up all of that revenue that's going to come in from having legalized marijuana. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I will see you on the next video. Peace, family.